Practice set 2.1. First question. Classify the decimal form of the given rational numbers into terminating and non-terminating recurring type. Yesterday we studied the classification of the decimal form is of two types. First one is terminating and second one is non-terminating recurring. Now here we have given the 5 rational numbers and we have to classify them as terminating decimal form or the non-terminating recurring decimal form. Now here yesterday we studied that if the prime factorization of the denominator is either of the form 2 or 5 or 2 and 5 both, no other number is there in the prime factorization of the denominator, then definitely that number is terminating decimal form. Then definitely the decimal form of that number is terminating decimal form. And if the other number is there included in the prime factorization of the denominator, then definitely it is non-terminating recurring decimal form. But before applying this trick, we have to determine that whether it is totally divisible by the denominator or not, and then we have to apply this trick. First, what we have to observe, whether the numerator is totally divisible by the denominator or not, that we have to determine first, and then if it is not totally divisible by the denominator, then we have to apply this trick. What is the trick? If the denominator of the given number, the prime factorization of the denominator of the given number is of the form 2 or 5 or 2 into 5, then that number is definitely terminating decimal form. And if other number is there in the prime factorization of the denominator other than 2 and 5, then definitely it is non-terminating recurring type. But before that we have to determine whether the numerator is totally divisible by the denominator or not. So here we have first example, that is the given number is 13 upon 5 and we have to state whether it is terminating decimal form or non-terminating recurring decimal form. Now here 13 is not totally divisible by 5 or exactly divisible by 5. Now we have to apply the trick. What is the trick? If the denominator is, the prime factorization of the denominator is in the form of 2 or 5 or 2 and 5 both. If other number is there in the prime factorization, since we have 5 here, definitely it is terminating decimal form. If we divide this 13 by 5, we will get the division as 2.6 and the division gets completed. So this number is of the form terminating decimal form. So here we can write the decimal form of the given number. Decimal form of given number is terminating decimal form, is terminating decimal form. Here the answer of the first question is decimal form of given number is terminating decimal form. Now we have the second number, that is 2 upon 11. The number is 2 upon 11, and now here we have to decide whether it is terminating decimal form or it is non-terminating recurring decimal form. So here the 2 is not totally divisible by 11. Numerator is not exactly divisible by denominator. Now find the prime factorization of 11. Since it is prime number, the prime factors are not there, or you can say it as 11 into 1, but 1 is neither prime nor composite. So here definitely this number is non-terminating recurring decimal form. This number is of which form? Non-terminating recurring decimal form. Why? Since the numerator is not exactly divisible by denominator and the prime factorization of the denominator is not in the form of 2 or 5 or 2 and 5 both, since this number is non-terminating recurring decimal form. So here we can write decimal form of given number. Decimal form of given number is non-terminating recurring decimal form. Non-terminating recurring decimal form of the given number is non-terminating recurring. You can divide this 2 by 11 and you can get the answer also. But here it is not necessary to divide. Just by the observation we have to determine whether it is terminating decimal form or it is non-terminating recurring decimal form. That we have to identify, determine by the observation only. It is not necessary to divide, and if you are unable to decide by the observation, you can divide on the rough page, and from that division, from the quotient, you can understand whether the given number is terminating decimal form or non-terminating recurring decimal form. So here we have third example, that is 29 upon 16. Third example, 29 upon 16, and we have to determine whether the decimal form of the given number is either terminating or non-terminating recurring. So here the 29 is not completely divisible by 16. Since 29 is not completely divisible by 16, we have to apply the trick here. What is the trick? If the factorization, that is prime factorization of the denominator, if the prime factorization of the denominator is in the form of 2 or 5 or 2 and 5 both, then that number is definitely terminating decimal form. And if we have other number other than 2 and 5 into the prime factorization of the denominator, then definitely that number is non-terminating recurring decimal form. So here we have to find the prime factorization of 16. That is not necessary to write here, but just for your kind of information I am writing here. Is 2 into 2 into 2 into 2, that is the prime factorization of 16. It is not necessary to write here, but for your kind of information we are writing here 16, the prime factorization of 16, only 2 is there. Only 2 is the prime number which is included in the prime factorization of the denominator, since definitely this number is terminating decimal form. Why? Because only 2 is included in the factorization, prime factorization of the denominator. So here we can write decimal form. Decimal form of given number. Decimal form of given number is terminating. Decimal form of the given number is terminating. Now we have fourth example, that is 17 upon 125. 17 upon 125. Here 17 is not completely divisible by 125. Numerator is not completely divisible by the denominator. So check out the prime factorization of denominator. Check out the prime factorization of the denominator. Here the denominator is 125 and the prime factorization of 125 is 5 into 5 into 5. Prime factorization of 125 is 5 into 5 into 5. Only 5 is included there in the denominator. Prime factorization of the denominator, since the given number is terminating decimal form. The decimal form of the given number is terminating. Why? Since the denominator included only the prime factors as 5. What is the condition? Either 2 should be there or 5 should be there, or 2 and 5 both the numbers should be there. No other number should be including there other than 2 and 5. So this is the decimal form of the given number is terminating. Here you can write decimal form of given number. Decimal form of given number is terminating. Decimal form of the given number is terminating. And last example we have, that is example number 5. The number is 11 upon 6. Now 11 is not completely divisible by 6. 11 is not completely divisible by 6. Now check out the prime factorization of 6, that is 2 into 3. Prime factorization of 6 is 2 into 3, and since 3 is included there, definitely this number is non-terminating recurring type. Decimal form of the given number is non-terminating recurring type. Why? Since the numerator is not completely divisible by denominator, and the prime factorization of the denominator includes 3, that is not in the form of 2 and 5. Since other than 2 and 5 another number is included there in the prime factorization of the denominator, since this number is non-terminating recurring. You can divide and check. You can divide and check. It is not necessary to divide, since we have a trick there. We have, what trick is there? If the denominator of the prime factorization is either in the form of 2 or 5 or 2 and 5 both. But if third other number we get there in the prime factorization, then definitely that is non-terminating recurring decimal form. So here we can write decimal form of given rational number. Decimal form of given rational number is non-terminating recurring. It is non-terminating recurring. See, this is not necessary to write the prime factorization there, but just for your kind of information I explain the prime factorizations of the denominator there. That is not necessary to write. If only 2 is there in the prime factorization, or if only 5 is there in the prime factorization of the denominator, or only 2 and 5 are there in the prime factorization of denominator, then that number is 101% terminating decimal form. And if you have other number other than 2 and 5 included in the prime factorization of denominator, then definitely it is non-terminating recurring decimal form. So this is all about the first question, where we have to determine the decimal form of the given rational number. Now we will take the next question, that is second question from this practice set 2.1. Second question from the practice set 2.1. The question is, write the following rational numbers in decimal form. And now here we have to divide the numerator by the denominator, and we have to write the given number into the decimal form. So here we will solve the first example. The given number is 127 upon 200, and we have to write it into the decimal form. So here we have to divide 127 by 200. Is 127 divided by 200, and here we have to make the division. Now since 127 is less than 200, since 127 is less than 200, we cannot divide 127 by 200, but we have to divide it, since we have to start with 0. If we divide this 127 by 200, the first division is of 0. So here 200 multiplied by 0, that is 0, 0 and 0, and now their subtraction is 127 is here. Now we have to put the decimal sign here, and we have to take a 0. we have to put the decimal sign there in the quotient, and we have to put 0 in front of this number, 127 in front of this subtraction, and we have 1270, that is 1270. And now we have to divide this number 1270, that is 1270 by 200. So what we have to do, see here, since we will skip these two digits, we will skip these two. Since we skip 2 digits from here, we also skip 2 digits from here also. Now what we have to do, we have to divide only 12 by 2. We have to divide 12 by 2 only, that is called as approximation. Since we didn't know the table of 200, what we have to do, we skip these 2 digits, ones place and tens place. So here also ones place and tens place, skip. And now we have to divide 12 by 6, that is 2 6 are 12. It means that possibility of getting the quotient 6, that is the possibility only, that is not fixed, that is not the fixed quotient, that is the possibility only. Now we will check. See, we have 200 here, and if we multiply 200 by 6, then we are getting 1200, that is 1200, and we have 1270. So we can easily divide by 6. So here we write 6, and now 6 multiplied by 200, that is 1200. Now we have to take the subtraction, that is 0 as it is, 7 as it is, 0 0. Now we have to take one more 0 here, since 70 is not divisible by 200. We have to take one more 0 there. Now we have to divide 700 by 200. Since again we have to skip 2 digits, that is ones place and tens place. So we have to divide 7 by 3. 2 3s are 6. So it is the possibility. It is only a possibility, that is not fixed quotient. So we have to check. Now here we have 700, and if we multiply 200 by 3, that is the approximate quotient. How we get that approximate quotient? We have here 7 and we have 2. 7 divided by 2 is, that is 3. 2 3s are 6. Actually we have 7, but that is possibility of getting quotient 3. So 200 multiplied by 3 is 600, and we have 700. So we can easily divide this 700 by 200, and the next digit is 3. Now 3 multiplied by 200 is 600. Now take the subtraction, and it is 100. Now we have to take one more 0 here. Since 100 is not divisible by 200, we have to take one more 0 there. Now we have 1000. Again skip last 2 digits. We have 2 here, we have 10 here, 2 5s are 10. That is the possibility only. Now we have to confirm it. We have 1000. We have 1000 here, we have 200 here, and 200 multiplied by 5 is 1. 5 is approximate quotient. 5 is the approximate quotient. Now 5 multiplied by 200 is 1000. So now it is gets fixed that we can divide with 5. So here we write 5. 5 multiplied by 200 is 1000. And now the quotient is, remainder is 0. So this is the decimal form of the given number 0.635. This is 127 upon 200 is equals to 0.635. That is the final answer. So here we have to divide the numerator by the denominator to get the decimal form of the given rational number. Now we have second example, that is 25 upon 99. We have to divide 25 by 99. So here we will put the sign of division first. Since we have 25 and we have to divide 25 by 99, since we write 99 here. Now again the same thing is there. 99 is greater than 25, since we cannot divide 25 by 99. So again we have to start with 0. Here हे जे 25 आहेत का, हे 25 99 पेक्षा लहान आहेत. सो आपण 25 ला 99 न डिवाइड करू शकत नाहीत. वी कॅनॉट डिवाइड 25 बाय 99, बट वी हॅव टू स्टार्ट विथ 0. मग अशा वेळी आपण शून्याचा भाग देतो. सो वी राईट 0 हियर. 99 मल्टिप्लाइड बाय 0 इज 0 and 25 minus 0 is 25. Now we have to put the decimal sign here. and we will get 0 here. Since we put decimal sign there, we have to get 0 here beside 25. So now we have to divide 250 by 99, and again the same problem is there. No one knows the table of 99. No one knows the table of 99. So here what we have to do, skip one digit now only. From here and from here we skip one digit, and now we have to divide 25 by 9. This is 9 2s are 18. 9 2s are 18. 9 3s are 27. We are getting forward. 9 3s are 27 means we are getting number more than 270, and we have only 250 here. So 9 2s are 18. Now here the possibility of getting quotient 2 is there. So we will check what is going to happen if the quotient is 2. This is 2 multiplied by 99. 2 multiplied by 9, that is only approximation, that is not fixed 8. As 2 9s are 18, 1 carried 2 9s are 18 plus 1 19, that is 198, and we have 250. So that is possible to divide with 2. So we write 2 here. How we get that approximate quotient? We skip one digit from both the numbers, that is from the divisor and from the dividend. We skip one digit at one's place, and now we have to divide 25 by 9, that is 9 2s are 18. So we get 2 as the approximate quotient, and that is correct. We check that 2 multiplied by 99 is 198. We have 250, so you can divide. So we put 2 here. Now 2 multiplied by 99 is 198. Now take subtraction. We cannot subtract 8 from 0, so we have to borrow 1. 10 minus 8 is 2. We have to give this borrowed 1 back here, so we have 10 here. We cannot subtract 10 from 5, so again we have to borrow 1. 15 minus 10 is 5. 15 minus 10 is 5. Borrowed 1 is given here, and 2 minus 2 is 0 here. The subtraction is 52. Now we have to put 0 here, and we have to divide 520 by 99. We put 0 there, this is 520. Now we have to divide this 520 by 99, but we will skip units place digit. Now we have 52, and we have to divide 52 by 9. We have 52 here, and we have to divide 52 by 9. So 9 5s are 45. 9 6s are 54. We are getting forward. So approximate quotient 6, that is not possible. 5 is possible. 9 5s are 45. Possibility, that is only a possibility. We have to check that again. Now here we get approximate quotient 5. So which number we will get there if we multiply this 99 by 5? We will get that 495 there. 5 9s are 45, 5 9s are 45 plus 4, that is 49, and we have 495, and here we have 550, so that is possible. So here we write 5. Now 5 multiplied by 99 is 5 9s are 45. 4 carried 5 9s are 45 plus 4, 49. Now take subtractions. This 10 minus 5 5. This 12 minus 10 is 2, and here 5 minus 5 is 0. So subtraction is 25. So we will take one more 0 here. Now we have to divide 250 by 99. So we will skip units place digit. 9 2s are 18. It is possibility that getting quotient 2, and we will get there. See, 99 2s are 198, and we have 250. See, already we have same calculation here. When we have 250 here, we divide with 2, and we get 198 here, and the subtraction is 52. Same thing is repeating here. We have 250, so we have to divide with 2. This is 2 into 99, that is 198 is here, and again the subtraction is 52. Now we have to take one more 0 there. Again we have 520. So same thing is going to happen there. We have to divide with 5 again. So 5 multiplied by 99 is 495, and again the subtraction is 25, and again we have to put 0 there, and this is not going to end. It means that it is non-terminating and recurring. What is recurring there? See, 25 25 25 and so on. to 5 to 5 to 5 and so on. This is 0 point recurring to 5. Our answer is 0 point recurring. Now here we are getting only 2. If we put 0 there, we will get 250. Again we have to divide with 2. Then again subtraction is 52. Then we will get 520. Then again we have to divide with 5. That is non-terminating but recurring. So here we can write final answer as this 25 upon 99 is equals to 25 upon 99 is equals to 0 point recurring to 5. This is 25, 25, 25, 25, 25 and so on. So here we will write 0 point recurring to 5. This is the final answer of the second example, that is 25 upon 99. We have third example and it is too easy, 23 upon 7 only. Single digit is there, so we can easily divide that number by 7. This 23 upon 7 is the third number and we can easily divide this. This is 23 divided by 7. 7 3s are 21, 2 remaining. Here we have to put decimal sign and we have to take 0 there. This is 7 2s are 14. This 6 is remaining there. Now we have to put one more 0 there. It is 60. 7 8s are 56. Now 4 is remaining there. Now we have to put one more 0 there. Now we have 40. 7 5s are 35. Now 5 is remaining there. Now we have 50. Now 7 7s are 49. This 1 is remaining there, so we have 10 here. Now 7 1s are 7. This 3 is remaining there. We will put 0 there. We have 30. This 7 4s are 28. Now 2 is remaining there. So we have 20. This 7 2s are 14. Now 6 is remaining there. The subtraction is 6. Now we have to get again 0 there. 7 8s are 56. Now here we get that repetition is started. Repetition is started. 4 is remaining there. This is 60 minus 56. 7 8s are 56. 4 is remaining there. Then we will get 40. Then we will divide with 5. Then remainder is 5. The repetition is started from here. From this digit the repetition is started. 2 8 5 7 1 4. Again 2 8 5 7 1 4. Again 2 8 5 7 1 4. That is non-terminating, non-recurring. Sorry, non-terminating but recurring. Which number is recurring? This is 285714, 285714, 285714. This is the group of 6 digit is going to repeated, since our answer is 23 upon 7 is equal to 3.6 digit are going to recur. 285714, 285714, again 285714. So we have to put the recurring sign here, and this is our final answer. 23 upon 7 is equal to 3 point recurring 285714. Example number 4, that is 4 upon 5 is the given rational number and we have to convert it into the decimal form. So we will write that number here first, that is example number 4. The number is 4 upon 5 and now here we have to divide 4 by 5. Now since again it is not possible to divide 4 by 5, so we have to start with 0. 5 zeros are 0. Here 4 is remaining. Now put the decimal sign and take 1 0 there. 5 8s are 40 and 40 minus 40 is 0. Here the division is gets completed. So we have 4 upon 5 is equal to 0.8. There is no recurring. This is terminating decimal form of the rational number. And now we have last example, that is 17 upon 8. Example number 5. 17 upon 8. Divide 17 by 8. Is 8 2s are 16. 1 is remaining there. Now put the decimal sign there. Get 0. 8 1s are 8. 2 is remaining. Since we have 20. 8 2s are 16. 4 is remaining there. We have 40. This is 8 5s are 40. 40 minus 40 is 0, and again the division is gets completed. So we have 17 upon 8 is equal to 2.125. So this is all about the second question from the practice set 2.1. Now we will take the third question from the practice set 2.1.